So we're here with the head coach of the Dutch national team. Let me try to pronounce your name, sir. Maurizio Buscaglia. Am I saying it right?
Thank you. It's right.
All right. So you had a tough game against Croatia. You were in it until the end, and like you just told in the press conference, some little details in the end that maybe didn't work out. Can you talk about that?
The details too was important. Like three foul the last second on 24 violation, 2 off rebounds on a 24 violation, 8 turnovers on the first quarter. Yes, details, but against one tough defense. Congratulations to Croatia for tough defense. We lose a little bit our ball sharing. That for us is most important. This week was one strange week because we wanted to do 2 jobs in one. From one side, create our style of play, put on the floor 3, 4 basic defensive rules, ball screen, post up, know better each other. Done, in my opinion, absolutely, in 1 week. From the second side, build 2 games, different games. Maybe we call switch more details between the games, but at the end, for 32, 33 minutes, we did a good job in one difficult game, is one tough game. Good for the next, because now during the summer we work, and in November we stay 1 week with 2 games at home, and will be one very important moment and key for the qualifier.
The first real games are, I think, in November, but you're getting the guys together in August to work to make a team out of it even more?
Yes. One summer camp, 1 window to work, to involve all the players, to know better, some friendly game. We are working to do it.
Well, we'll talk about the fantastic effort and fantastic result in Turkey in a minute. This was your first official game here in your own country, or your second country, if I may say so. How did you experience all of this, the crowd, the whole crew around it?
Honestly, I'm so sorry maybe for that too, because the first official game in Netherlands, and we have felt in Turkey great happiness for Netherlands. Is the life. Good for us, because from each single loss we can learn like a win in the future. It's just one window. We work one entire year to move out, not just our basketball, but the Dutch basketball.
Can you talk about, because you have a very interesting team with a lot of creative players, young veterans, old guys.
Yeah.
Can you talk us about some of the young guys, like Kai van der Vuurst, for example? I think he really played well, especially in the first half.
Absolutely good game for the guy. In Turkey, maybe we did better one thing that, so we switched during the game. The guys are so on the floor. Before Clove, then Franke, a good switch between the bigs. Today was difficult. Try the right 5 on the floor, and maybe with the same details we can move up our basketball too.
I heard some of the guys in the press row saying, okay, we have a very talented team, a team that can grow, a coach that made a really good start, but it seems like most of the creativity initiative comes from the smaller guys, and maybe our bigs cannot be as dominant as we would like.
Yes.
What's your vision?
Yes, because though sometimes, first off, in this group, we have in the sport 3 and 4 some work, because we can play bigger, we can play smaller, but we have to do one better job in a transition and a fast break. Because today, for example, good job from the Croatian, but today we have to push more the ball on transition and fast break. Don't stop in the flow, because we have small modern wings, shooting small, shooting guard molded forward, And in our basketball, play the 3 points line, the perimeter, but involve the low post position is one key.
Finally, coach, I think as you explained before, you used that week to build a team, also build your defense. Today, I think you cannot say too much about the defense because you're keeping Croatia at a pretty low score. Let's go back to Turkey, that game over there. It felt to me, I was watching on TV, even though it was close, it felt like you were controlling the entire game. How did you manage to do that?
Yeah, and with good phases, never under stress, after 2 turnover, 1 missing shot, 1 score, under control. Today, sometimes we had to play with rush, maybe thinking of the score, maybe. But in the second half, after 1 good backup, after 1 good 3, 4, 5, 6 defense minutes, we can play better on the floor, so spreading more the floor with the 2 passes more. We read the space and we attack too fast sometimes.
It's a learning process, I think, for the entire team and for yourself. But and then finally, to let you go, coach, I could imagine if before somebody would have told you you will be 1-1 after this window, you would sign up for that, I guess.
Yes, and we worked on that. Now the next step would be first the same spirit on the floor, second watch the details, third create 1 better mid-range basketball, okay, in some of spot. For some guy was the first time with more responsibility, so I see 1 great locker room. I see that the guy put the really orange spirit on the floor every single moment, and first off growing this feeling that we are really one team, not just player in one national team. And this is the way for me.
I have exactly the same impression from the sidelines, that this is really a very good unit. Coach, you'll be going back to your team in Italy, I guess?
Yes, now, tomorrow, and then we restart. But I hope to fly in Holland, in Nederland, fast to see some of championship games.
You'll always be welcome. Maybe see you in Leiden or anywhere else. Coach Buscaglia, thank you so much for taking the time. Good luck with your team in Italy and see you soon again in Holland.
Thank you. I want to say thank you to all the players, all the national team, my staff, coaches, medical staff. Very, very, very important and nice days together.